Lucy, I wrote this story for you, but when I began writing it, I did not take into account the fact that girls grow quicker than books. As a result, you are far too old for fairy tales, and by the time it is printed and bound, you will be older still. Such a remarkable girl, such wonderful children. It was during the air raids. They were sent away from London. The government ordered the evacuation of children to the countryside, and I, wanting to do my part, agreed to take 4 of them. 2 brothers and 2 sisters. Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy. I became most fond of them all. Oh, I remember once my old housekeeper, Miss Macready, was giving a tour of the house. It was a rainy summer's evening, and as most children do, they began to grow bored and decided to play of hide-and-seek in my old house. A house that holds many secrets.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready or not, here I come. Where are you all? Oh, I do love playing this game, but only if I can find you. Come out wherever you are. Stop it! I'm supposed to find you. That is how the game is played. You are meant to jump out and scare me.
Oh, come on, Lou, let's have the fun.
Oh, Edmund, you are so spiteful.
Hey.
Oh, just look at this room. It's perfectly splendid. Don't you agree? Isn't this house wonderful?
It's like rainy weather and drafty old houses. I'd much rather be in London with Father and Mother.
Oh, do stop grumbling, Edmund. Of course you would. I would too. But until the air raids are over and this beastly war is done, we are stuck here, and I do rather feel we've landed on our feet. The professor is such a dear. We really should try not to disturb him so.
Come off it.
What?
Talking like that.
Like what?
Trying to talk like Mother. And besides, who's to order me around? I'm older than you. I'm off to explore. On my own. Bye, Lucy. Don't go getting yourself in any trouble.
Don't go getting yourself in any trouble. A fine warning coming from him. I doubt very much I'd be the one to find trouble. Oh, this is the largest house I've ever seen. So many long corridors and hallways leading to, oh, so many different rooms. It's a sort of house that just when you think you've seen every room there is to see, you find a new one. This one, completely empty except for this big old wardrobe. How curious to leave a room completely empty except for one wardrobe. I wonder what's in it. Oh, it's probably quite empty, but I'm sure the professor would not mind if I took just one quick peek. Just one quick... Well, it is rather dark in here. Oh, look at all these fur coats. This must be a simply enormous wardrobe. What's that? It's a light ahead. It looks just like the branches of trees, but it's snow. Snow! Oh, that's impossible! It's the middle of summer. How can it be snowing inside of a wardrobe? Oh, I should go back right away. But I can always go back if anything goes wrong.
Oh, my goodness!
Oh! Good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
Who are you? What are you?
Well, who are you?
I asked you first.
Well, I'm Mr. Tumnus, and I'm a fawn.
A fawn? What's a fawn?
Why, I am, of course.
Oh, well, it's very nice to meet you, Mr. Tumnus.
Yes, I don't mean to be inquisitive, but would I be right in thinking that you are a daughter of Eve?
My name's Lucy.
Yes, but you are what they call a girl.
Well, of course I'm a girl.
You are, in fact, human.
Of course I'm human.
To be sure. How stupid of me, but I've never met a son of Adam or a daughter of Eve before. I'm delighted. That is to say, delighted. And may I ask, oh Lucy, daughter of Eve, how is it that you've come here into Narnia?
Narnia? What's that?
Why, this is the land of Narnia, and you have come through the wild woods of the West.
I got in through the wardrobe in the spare room.
Ah, if I'd only studied geography a little harder as a small fawn, I would no doubt know of all these strange countries. It's too late now.
Oh, but they aren't trees at all. It's only just back there. Well, at least I'm not sure. It's summer there.
Ah. Meanwhile, it's winter here in Narnia, and has been for so long. And we'll both catch our death of cold if we keep standing out here in the snow. Oh, Lucy, daughter of Eve, from the faraway land of Spare Oom, where eternal summer reigns around the bright city of Wardrobe. How would it be if you came and had tea with me?
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Tumnus, but I was wondering whether I ought to be getting back.
Oh, it's just round the corner. There'll be a roaring fire.
Well, it is very kind of you, but... Oh, I shan't be able to stay long.
Just take my arm, daughter of Eve, and away we go. Yes, we shan't be long. And now, daughter of Eve.
Oh, Mr. Tumnus, that was a delightful meal and all those stories. But I'm getting rather sleepy. Really, I must go home. I only meant to stay for a few minutes.
But it's too late now, you know.
Too late? Well, what do you mean? I have to go home at once. The others will be wondering what's happened to me. Oh, Mr. Tumnus! Oh, Mr. Tumnus, whatever is the matter? Mr. Tumnus, don't! Why on earth are you crying?
Oh, I'm crying because I'm such a bad fawn.
Oh, I don't think you're a bad fawn at all. I think you're a very good fawn. You're the nicest fawn I've ever met.
Oh! No, I'm a bad fawn. I don't suppose there was a worse fawn since the beginning of the
But
world.
what have you done?
Taken under the service of the White Witch, that's what I have. I'm in the pay of the White Witch.
The White Witch? Well, who's she?
It is she who has got all of Narnia under her thumb. It is she who makes it always winter. Always winter, never Christmas. Just think of that.
Well, that's awful, but what does she pay you for?
That's the worst of it. I'm a kidnapper for her. Look at me, daughter of Eve. Would you believe that I'm the sort of fawn that would meet an innocent child in the wood, one who had never done me any harm, be friendly with it, invite it home into my cave, all for the sake of lulling it to sleep and then handing it over to the White Witch?
No, I don't think you do anything of the sort.
Oh, but I already have.
Well, that was pretty bad, but you're so sorry for it, and I'm sure you will never do it again.
But don't you understand? It isn't something that I have done. I'm doing it right now.
What do you mean?
You are the child.
Oh, but I thought you were my friend.
I've only been pretending to be your friend, and all the time I've been meaning to wait till you were asleep and then to go tell a White Witch. I had orders from her that if I ever met a son of Adam or a daughter of Eve, I was to catch them. And you're the first human that I have ever met, you see.
Oh, but you won't. You won't, will you, Mr. Tumnus? Indeed, you really mustn't.
And if I don't, she's sure to find out, and then she'll have my horns sawn off, and if she's extra and specially angry, she'll turn me into stone, and I shall only be a statue of a fawn and her horrible howls, well, until the four thrones of Cair Paravel are filled, and then goodness knows when that will happen, or whether it will happen at all.
I'm very sorry, Mr. Tumnus, but please let me go home.
No, I can't.
Please, I'm frightened. And you're my friend.
I'm nobody's friend. I'm just a wicked fawn.
No, deep down, you're good. I know it. Please, let me go home.
Yes, I must. I see that now. I hadn't known what humans were like before I met you. Well, of course I can't hand you to the White Witch, not now that I know you.
Oh, I knew you were good.
Oh, I'm dead, that's what I am. But come, we must get you out of here at once and go as quietly as you can.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Tumnus. You are a good fawn and the best friend anyone could ever ask for.
Could you ever forgive me for what I meant to do?
Why, of course I can. And I do hope you won't get into dreadful trouble on my account.
Farewell, daughter of Eve. I shall go hide and hope the White Witch doesn't find me. Perhaps I may keep the handkerchief.
Rather. Goodbye, Mr. Tumnus, and good luck.
Bye.
Oh, the White Witch. Always winter, but never Christmas. Think of that. Oh, I think I can see the wardrobe door. Yes, here it is. Oh, I must have been awake for hours. The others must be worried sick. Peter and Susan must be completely frantic. I've been gone for so long. I'm here. I'm here. Where are you all? I've come back. I'm all right. It's all right. I've come back. Peter But where are you? I'm here.
What are you going on about?
Why, haven't you all been wondering where I was?
Oh, have you been hiding? Oh, poor old Lou, hiding and nobody noticed. You'll have to hide a bit longer than that if you want people to start looking for you, Lou.
But I've been away for hours and hours.
Oh, Batty, quite Batty.
It was just after breakfast when I went into the wardrobe and had tea and all sorts of things have happened.
I was only in this room a moment ago and you were there then.
But it's true. It's a magic wardrobe. There's wood inside it and it's snowing and there's a fawn and a witch and it's called Narnia. Go see. Go on. Go in and see for yourself.
Ha! You silly goose. It's just an ordinary wardrobe. Look. There's the back of it. A jolly good hoax, Lou. You really had taken me in. I half believed you.
But it wasn't a hoax at all, really and truly. It was all different a moment ago. Honestly, it was, I promise.
All right, Lou, you've had your fun. But shouldn't you better drop it now? Or did you find other countries in the cupboard? Wait till I tell the others about me.
But it was there. I know it was. I didn't dream it.
Ooh. Oh, Lou, I've no time for silly girls and their wild imaginations. I've much more important things to do. Like give Pete and Susan quite a fright. I bet I could hide in this wardrobe till they came looking for me. Oh, my! It is a rather large wardrobe. I better just open up the door and let in some light. Oh, ew, it's getting cold. Oh, and I can't seem to find my way out. Wait a moment. Snow? Trees? She was right. Lucy, I'm here too, Edmund. She's angry at all the things I've been saying lately. I say, Lou, do come out, make it packs. Just like a girl to be sulking somewhere, none except an apology.
And what, pray, are you?
My name's Edmund.
Is that how you address a queen?
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Majesty, I didn't know.
Not know the Queen of Narnia. You shall know us better hereafter. But I repeat, what are you?
I'm afraid I don't understand. I was at school. Well, at least I was. It's the holidays now.
But what are you? Are you a great, overgrown dwarf that has cut off its beard?
Oh, no, Your Majesty, I've never had a beard. I'm a boy.
A boy? Do you mean to tell me you're a son of Adam? Oh, I see you're an idiot, whatever else you may be. Answer me once and for all, or I shall lose my patience. Are you human?
Yes, Your Majesty.
And how, pray, did you come to enter my dominions?
Well, I just came in through a wardrobe.
A wardrobe? What do you mean?
I just opened a door and found myself here.
Oh, a door. A door from the world of men. Oh, I have heard of such things. This may wreck all. But he's only one. He's easily dealt with. My poor child. How cold you look. Come here to me and we will talk. Now, what would you like best to eat?
Some Turkish delight. Please, Your Majesty.
Now, tell me, how many of you are there?
Just my brother Peter, my sister Susan, and you probably already met Lucy.
Why would that be?
Well, she was already here.
She was.
Yes, and she talked about some fawn she met here.
Yes, did she tell about this fawn?
Just my brother, sister, and I.
Now, are you sure there are just 4 of you? 2 sons of Adam and 2 daughters of Eve, neither more nor less?
Yes, I told you that before.
Oh, son of Adam, I should like very much to see your brother and your 2 sisters. Will you bring them to see me?
I'll try.
Because if you were to come again, bringing them with you, of course, I'd be able to give you some more Turkish delight. Oh, I can't do it now. My magic will only work once. In my own house, it would be a different matter.
Well, why can't we go back to your house now?
Oh, it's a lovely place, my house. I am sure you would like it. There are whole rooms full of Turkish delight. And once more, I have no children of my own. I want a nice boy whom I can bring up as prince who will be king of Narnia when I'm gone. While he was prince, he would wear a gold crown and eat Turkish delight all day long. Oh, and much the cleverest and handsomest young man I've ever met. I would like to make you prince one day when you bring the others to see me.
Why not now?
Oh. But if I took you there now, I shouldn't see your brother and your two sisters, and I very much want to know your charming relations. You are to be the prince, and later on the king, that is understood. But you will need courtiers and nobles. I would make your brother a duke and your sisters duchesses.
There's nothing special about them. Besides, I can always bring them some other time. Yeah?
Oh, but once you're in my house, you may forget all about them. You would be enjoying yourself so much that you wouldn't want the bother of going to fetch them. No, you must go to your own country now and come to me another day with them. You understand? It's no good coming alone.
But I don't even know the way back to my own country.
Oh, well, that's easy. Do you see that lamppost there? Well, straight on beyond that is the way to the world of them. Now, look the other way and tell me if you can see two little hills rising above the trees.
I think I can.
Well, my house is between those two hills. So the next time you come, all you need to do is follow that lamppost, then walk for the hills, then walk through the woods till you reach my house. But remember, you must bring the others with you. I might be very angry with you if you came alone.
I'll try.
And by the way, you needn't tell the others about me. It might be fun to keep it a secret between us two, wouldn't it? Make it a surprise to them. Yes, I'm sure that would be best. If your sister has heard one of my thorns, she may have heard strange stories about me. Nasty stories that might make her afraid to come to me if thorns, you say anything, you know. And now...
Please, 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 can I have just one more piece of Turkish delight to eat on my way home?
No! Oh, you must wait till next time. Next time. Come soon.
Oh, that Turkish delight was simply wonderful. Just have to get Lucy and the others to come here, and then I can have as much as I want. Why she wants the others here so badly, I'll never know. Like she said, I am the handsomest and cleverest young boy that she's ever met. If I'm going to be king, why does she need them? Dukes and duchesses, who needs them?
Oh, Edmund, you got him too! Isn't it wonderful? Let's go to
All right, I see you were correct, and it is a magic wardrobe after all. I'll apologize if you like, but where have you been all this time? I've been looking everywhere.
Oh, if I'd known you got it, I would have waited for you. I've been having lunch with dear Mr. Tumnus the Fawn, and he's very well, and the White Witch has done nothing to him for letting me go, so he thinks she can't have found out. Perhaps everything will be all right after all.
White Witch? Who's she?
Well, she's a perfectly terrible person. She calls herself the Queen of Narnia, even though she has no right to be queen at all, and all the fauns and dryads and dwarves and animals, well, all the good ones anyway, simply hate her. She can turn people into stone and do all sorts of horrid things. Oh, and she's made a magic, so it's always winter in Narnia. Always winter, but it never gets to Christmas.
Well, who told you all these things about the White Witch?
Mr. Tumnus the Fawn.
You can't always believe what fawns tell you.
Who says so?
Everybody knows it. Just ask anybody. But it's poor sport standing out here in the snow. Come on, let's go home.
Oh, yes, let's. Oh, Edwin, I'm so glad you got in too. The others will have to believe in Narnia now that you've been here, and what fun it will be. Oh, I say, you do look awful. Don't you feel well?
Oh, I'm all right. Come on, let's go find the others.
Oh, what a lot of adventures we'll have now that we're all in it together. Peter and Susan probably won't believe a word of it. They'll think we're making up stories. But no, they'll just have to believe in Narnia now that Edmund has been here too. Well, what fun it will be. I say, Edmund, wait for me. Peter, Susan, Edmund and I both got in. We met one another there, in the wood. Go on, Edmund, tell them all about it.
And now we come to one of the nastiest things in our story. Up to that moment, Edmund had been feeling ill and was annoyed with Lucy for being right, but he had not made up his mind on what to do. When Peter asked him about their adventures in Narnia, Edmund decided all at once to do the meanest and most spiteful thing he could think of. He decided to let Lucy down. He told Peter that all their adventures in Narnia were made up, just for fun, and that there was really nothing there at all.
I don't care what you think, and I don't care what you say. You can tell the professor, you can write to Mother, you can do whatever you'd like. I know I met a fawn in there, and I wish I'd stayed in there and knew
Peter and Susan did come to see me the following day because they were concerned about Lucy's state of health. But in my experience, Lucy did seem to be telling the truth. It was merely a matter of logic. After all, either she was lying, or she was mad, or she was telling the truth. I knew that she was not the sort of girl to tell lies, and by looking at her, I could tell that she was not mad. So she simply had to be telling the truth. A truth that the children were soon to find out, as all four of them found themselves in the wardrobe the very next day.
We can pretend to be Arctic explorers. Come on, don't lag behind. Quick, let's go see Mr. Tumney's.
I say this is going to be exciting enough without pretending.
Hey, what's happened? Mr. Tumney's house, it's all broken to bits. What's this? The former occupant of these premises, the Fawn, Tumney's, is under arrest and awaiting trial on charge of high treason against Her Imperial Majesty, Jardis, Queen of Narnia, Chatelaine of Cair Paravel, also of comforting his said Majesty's enemies and fraternizing with humans, signed Margrim, Captain of the Secret Police, long live the Queen. Oh, this is simply horrible. Peter! Susan, look what I found! It's just awful. Oh, I feel terrible. It's all on my account that Mr. Tumney's has got into this trouble. He hid me from the witch and showed me the way back. That's what it means by comforting her enemies and fraternizing with humans. Well, at least Susan and Peter are here to help. But Edmund has got to. Oh, it's just like him to go and wander off when we need help to rescue the poor fauna. What was that? Oh, it was a beaver. I saw the tail.
Further in! Further in! It's not safe here! Are you the daughter of Eve?
Yes, mother.
Shh! Not so loud. There are trees. Most are on our side, but there are some who would betray us to her. You know who I speak?
Who are you? Are you a friend?
Oh, yes. Here's my token.
Oh, yes, it's my handkerchief. The one I gave poor Mr. Tumney.
Oh, yes, poor fellow. He got wind of the arrest before it actually happened and told me to meet you here and take you on to... They say Aslan is on the move. He may have already landed.
But what about Mr. Tumney's? Do please tell me what's happened.
Yes, sad business that is. He was taken off by police. Last they were seen, they were headed northwards, and we all know what that means.
Yes, but what do they do to him, Mrs. Beaver?
Well, you can't say for sure, but not many ever go in there that ever make it out alive. Statues, they say it is. In the courtyard at the steps, people she's turned. She's turned them into stone.
But can't we? I mean, we must do something to save him. It's too dreadful. It's all on my account.
Oh, I don't doubt you'd save him if you could, dearie, but you've no chance of getting in there against her will and never making it out alive.
Wouldn't we dress up or something? Well, there must be some way. He risked his life to save me. We can't just leave him to have that done to him.
It's no good, daughter of Eve. No good you're trying of all people. But now that Aslan is back...
Oh, yes. Tell me about Aslan. Who is he?
Well, don't you know? Well, he's the king of the whole wood. Not often here, you see. Never in my time or in my father's time. That word has reached us that he has come back. It's he who'll save Mr. Tumney.
Oh, but you won't turn him into stone.
Turn him into stone? Lord love you, what a simple thing to say. No, as it says in an old rhyme in these parts, wrong will be right when Aslan comes in sight. At the sound of his roar, sorrows will be no more. When he bares his teeth, winter meets its death. And when he shakes his mane, all shall have spring again. You'll understand when you see him.
But shall we see him?
Oh, so you shall.
Is he a man?
Aslan? A man. Aslan is a lion, you know, the lion, the great lion.
I want to see him.
You are scheduled to meet him tomorrow at the stone table and to bring your brother and sister. For in another old rhyme it says, when Adam's flesh and bone sits in Cair Paravel enthroned, the evil time shall be over and done. So things must be coming to an end now that he's come and you've come, you see.
But I have two brothers, and Edmund should have been here by now. He seems to have gotten lost. Have you seen him?
Oh, yes, he was right here listening to everything we were saying.
Oh, we need to find him. Edmund! Edmund!
No! It's no good. He's gone to see her, to the White Witch. I didn't say before he being your brother and all, but the moment I laid eyes on him, I said to myself, treacherous. He had the look of one who had been with the White Witch and eaten her food. I mean, you can always tell them if you've lived long in Narnia, you know, something about their eye. He's betrayed us all. But come, we must get you out of here at once. There's not a moment to lose. All those people who say nasty things about her are her enemies, and probably half of it isn't true. She was jolly nice to me anyway, much nicer than they were. Probably is the rightful queen, really. Do a much better job than that awful Aslan. Ah, finally, the courtyard. And filled with statues made of stone. Hello? Hello?
Who's there? Who's there? Stand still, stranger, and tell me who you are.
If you please, sir, my name is Edmund, and I'm the son of Adam that Her Majesty met in the wood the other day. I've brought news of my brother and sister quite close. They're in the beaver's house. She wanted to see them.
Where's the boy?
Ah, here I am, Your Majesty.
How dare you come alone? Did I not tell you to bring the others with you?
I've done the best I could. They're quite close. They're with the beaver.
Oh, is this all your news?
No, they are to meet Aslan tomorrow at the stone table.
What? Aslan? Aslan, is this true? If I find you've lied to me...
I'm only repeating what they were saying. Please, 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 can I have some more Turkish delight?
Silence, fool! You may be lucky to eat anything at all by the next time you get food. Make ready our sledge and use the harness without bells.
It's no use, Your Majesty. You can't sledge in the thaw. Spring is here.
Aslan is on the move. My magic is weakening.
Yes, that's what the beaver said. The wrong will be right. Something like that. All to do with that awful Aslan.
If I hear you say that name again, I shall turn you into stone, and he shall be instantly killed.
Oh, please, 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 all I can think about. Oh, all I have thought about is some of your delicious Turkish delight. I can almost taste it now. Oh, if I wasn't so hungry, that is.
Boy, come here. Oh, just look at all those flowers. Golden and purple and white all coming up. Oh, just listen to that thrush. It must be spring. It's getting warmer by the minute. Wrong will be right when Aslan comes in sight. At the sound of his roar, sorrows will be no more. When he bares his teeth, winter meets its death. And when he shakes his mane, we shall have spring again. We have come, Aslan.
Welcome, Lucy, daughter of Eve. I've met your brother Peter and your sister Susan, but where is the thaw?
He has betrayed us and joined the White Witch. Oh, please, can anything be done to save Edmund?
All shall be done, but it may be more difficult than you think. Come, Lucy, I have a gift for you.
Yes, sir.
In this bottle is a cordial made from the juice of the fire flowers that grow on the mountains of the sun. If you or any of your friends are hurt, a few drops of this shall restore. Now, go, get your brother and sister and return to me. Let the feast be prepared.
Four thrones in Care Paravel. Well, how if only 3 are filled? That would not fulfill the prophecy. Yet he may be better used for bargaining with. I, the Queen of Narnia, and Empress of the Lone Islands, wish to be granted safe conduct to speak with you on a matter that is as much to your advantage as it is to mine.
Your safe conduct has been granted on one condition, that you leave your wand behind you at the Great Oak. His offense was not against you.
No, have you forgotten the deep magic?
Let's say I have forgotten it. Tell us about this deep magic.
Tell you what is written on the very table of stone which stands beside us. Tell you what is written in letters deep as a spear is long on the firestone of the secret hill. Tell you what is engraved on the scepter of the emperor beyond the sea. You know at least the magic the emperor put into Narnia at the very beginning. You know that every traitor belongs to me, and that for every treachery I have the right to kill. This human creature belongs to me. His life is forfeit to me. His blood is my property.
Come and take it then.
Fool! Do you think you can rob me of my rights by mere force? So you know the deep magic better than that. You know that unless I have blood, as the law says, all of Narnia will be overturned and perish in fire and water.
It is true. I do not deny it. But come, let me speak to you in peace.
Yes.
It is settled then. You will renounce your claim on Edmund's blood.
Oh, but how do I know that this promise will be kept?
I must move away from this place at once. It will be wanted for other purposes. As soon as she is done here, the queen will almost certainly fall back to her house and prepare for a siege. I can make no promise that I will be there myself. The children must never know of our pact.
Aslan?
Why, child, are you following me?
I couldn't sleep. Please, Aslan, may I come with you, wherever it is you're going?
Well, I should be glad of company tonight. Yes, you may follow, but only if you promise to leave when I tell you. And then afterward, go along alone.
Oh, thank you. Aslan. Dear Aslan, what's wrong? Are you ill then, dear Aslan?
No, I'm sad and lonely. But here I must leave you, child. Go on ahead, and whatever happens, do not let yourself be seen. Farewell.
The fool has come. Place yourself upon the stone table. Why, you're only a great big cat after all. Is this what you all are afraid of? How many mice have you caught today, cat? Would you like a saucer of milk? And now who has won? Now I will kill you instead of him as our pact was, and the deep magic will be appeased. But when you are dead, what will prevent me from killing him as well, and who will take him from my hand then? Understand that you have given me Narnia for free. You've lost your life, and you've not saved his. In this knowledge, despair and die. And now, follow me, and we will set about what remains of this war. It will not take us long to crush the human vermin and the traitors, now that the great fool, the great cat, lies dead. Victory will be ours. Follow me! Aslan! Aslan, why? Why did you do this? Oh no, I can't bear to look at him. Though you died for Edmund. I'm so cold. What's that? Oh, I feel afraid to turn around. Something awful is happening. Who's done it? What does it mean? Is it more magic?
Yes, it is more magic.
Aslan, are you dead then, dear Aslan?
Not now.
You're not
Do I look it?
No. No, you're real. Oh, but what does it all mean?
It means that though the witch knew about the deep magic, there is a magic deeper still which she did not know. Her knowledge only extends back into the dawn of time. But if she could have looked a little further back into the stillness and darkness before time began, she would have read there a different incantation. She would have known that when a willing victim who has committed no treachery dies in a traitor's play, death starts to work backwards. Oh, and now...
Oh, yes, now?
And now I feel my strength coming back to me. Ah! Come, we must get your brother and sister and Edmund. I have a special job for him. Come, there's no time to lose.
Oh, I don't think I've ever been happier in my whole life. Now all we need to do is find Mr. Tumnus and free him and stop the White Witch and save Edmund. Dear Edmund. Oh, wait until he finds out what Aslan has done for him. Oh, this will all work out in the end. I know it will. I know it. Oh, Aslan, wait for me.
All right. I know you've all been subject to the wrath and terror of the White Witch, but now that Aslan's on our side, we can win this battle and we'll all be free at last, yes? Okay, now, I need 3 volunteers to help me defeat the White Witch and a horrible legion of creatures. Okay, the first thing you need is you need a good sword fighting arm. So show me your best sword fighting arm. Ooh. Come up. Come on. And you can stand right here. All right. Now, the next thing you need is you need some muscles. She's a big old lady. Show me your muscles. Man, this is a tough one. Lots of muscles. Right here. Come on now. You can stand right beside her. Thank you so much. High five. Yes. Ooh. Yeah, she's an Amazon. All right. Now, the last thing you need is you need to be able to think up tactics, okay? So what I want you to do is put your thinking caps on. Oh, boy. Would you like to come up, sir? All right, yes, stand right here between them. Okay. Now, this is a very dangerous job, so listen up, okay? Now, we are in the White Witch's castle, okay? It's filled with statues made of stone. So, one at a time, show me your best statue impression. Here, statue. Very still. Okay. Yeah. Excellent. Statue. Oh, perfect. Statue. Oh, you've been doing statue the whole time, haven't you? All right. Excellent. Okay, now, I want you to stand right here. Come on over. All 3 of you. Okay, now, excellent. Now, when the White Witch comes out here, I'm going to take her wand. When I have done that, I'm going to say dwarves, okay? Dwarves. When you hear me say dwarves, I want you to unfreeze, surround the White Witch, but be sure not to touch her, or she'll turn you into stone, and then you'll stay here forever. I don't think you want that, do you? All right, excellent. All right, now, once you have surrounded her, I need you to take her behind the castle so Aslan can finally give her justice, okay? Excellent. Okay, freeze! Statue! All right. Be brave, Edmund. Be brave.
Ah, you little traitor. I did not think you had the courage to come and face me without the help of your precious Aslan. You think you alone are a match for me, the Queen of Narnia.
Don't you mean the White Witch?
Oh, and I hope you enjoy being a statue for the rest of your life.
Oh, you fool! Dwarves! Take her away! Excellent! You may now come back and give a bow, center stage. Everyone, round of applause. Excellent. Now you may return to your homes, never fearing being turned into stone again. And I shall return this one to Aslan. Long live King Peter!
Long live Queen Susan!
Long live King Edmund! Long live Queen Lucy! Once a king, the Queen of Narnia, always a king, the Queen!
Strange. When this post and this lamp were set here, there were smaller trees in this place. It will not go out of my mind that if we pass it, we will either find some strange adventure or else some great change of our fortunes. in the name of Aslan, let us take this adventure. Professor? Professor, where are you? Professor, we're here, we're back, we're in the wardrobe room. Oh, Professor. Oh, Professor, I hope we can go back there someday.
Oh, I think you will find your way back into Narnia someday, but it will not be through this wardrobe. It will happen when you least expect it.
You would hardly believe it. We were kings and queens, and I had a cauldron that healed Edmund,
And don't go talking about it much amongst yourselves, and don't mention it to anyone unless you see that they've had the same sort of adventures themselves.
But how will they know?
Oh, you'll know it all right. Odd things they say, even in their appearances, let the secret out. Keep your eyes open. So many years ago now, but it seems only like yesterday. Courageous Edmund, steady Susan, brave Peter, and dearest little Lucy. Oh, Lucy, I hope someday you grow old enough to read fairy tales again. Then you can pick this book off some old upper shelf and dust it off and tell me what you think about it. I shall probably be too deaf to hear, too old to understand. But I shall always be your affectionate godfather. And that is the end of my story. My name is BENTON.
I'm Olivia Murphy.
We're with the Hamstead Stage Company, and we're here to answer any questions you have about the production you saw, the source material, or just any general questions about acting.